$500. This is, I think, the price that people should pay soon, and maybe a couple of days or a couple of weeks for the Tesla stock. And this is almost a 20% upside, and I will tell you exactly how. Once you smash that like button on this episode, I would be highly appreciating exactly this action by you, and I hope that you have a fantastic, great day. Now let's dive into the stock of Tesla. Now, end of August, we were already at the situation where, end of day, we almost closed the $500 mark. Currently, we are somewhere around 430, 425, and the market cap of $400 billion, which is, my personal opinion, still undervalued, okay? But let it be, okay? I believe that from here, we have an about 20% upside in the next couple of weeks, maybe until end of year, maximum. I think that latest end of year, we will have the $500 mark again crossed, and this with Tesla stock. Because there is the first argument that I would like to place, the seed in your brain. I think that the Q3 will be really amazing. I talked about it in this live stream, as you can see with the red thumbnail, and I said exactly what you want to know about the Q3, so make sure to check it out if you are interested into much detail. However, they brought up the date very, very shortly. This always is a positive sign for Tesla making quarter earnings releases, and I think, the delivery record, the autopilot software offers that they pushed out, to have more and more sales on a very high margin software product, and generally, maybe some regulatory credits as well. So I think all in all, we might see the best quarter financially, whatever was achieved by Elon Musk and his team. So I think, this is by itself a huge argument that Tesla will definitely go up from here. And don't forget, guys, I have seen quarters that Tesla stock went up 20% in one day, and the next day again 10%. So everything is possible, and if the overall market is positive, then we might see already the $500 mark before the year end and just before the end of October. So pretty interesting. Let's dive into the next one. Before we diving into the S&P 500 inclusion, let's talk about those very, very valuable memberships that it's here available on this channel. If you press the join button below this video, you will get to an area where you can choose 3 tiers. The first is the gold one, you support this channel. Second one will give you access to a Discord chat with very like-minded people where we share the newest information, the newest trades, the newest ideas about stocks that I can just share delayed on these videos and live streams, obviously. And the third one will give you even one-on-one with me. You can chat with me whenever you like. You can email me with your ideas, with your portfolio. We can learn together. I can give you some experiences, and you can always pick my brain for your investing to become a better investor. So all about you, and I think it's a super great value. Now, the S&P 500 inclusion was disappointed so far, because obviously very many people thought, okay, after Q2 we will be able, to enter the S&P 500, but the committee of the S&P 500 said, we rather put in other companies, which was, ridiculous in my personal opinion, because Tesla is the absolute, crazy success story for the US market, right? I mean, since Henry Ford, Elon Musk is sincerely one of the greatest innovators that, disrupting the automotive industry, and you take some other companies into the S&P 500, are you kidding me? So yeah, let's cool down. I think that this is very, very important to understand that in the next quarter, we are knowing if, they reconsidered and put Tesla into the S&P 500. Now, we know that the criteria are met, So, by the 4 consequential profitable quarters, we are eligible to enter the S&P 500. And what does it mean for the stock? For the stock, it means that, it will be entered into the S&P 500, and funds, ETFs, big guys need to purchase. If they purchase the S&P 500, they need actually to purchase also a little bit of Tesla, which should give the stock even more uptick. Now, I think that's absolutely amazing. I think this could happen after the Q3 earnings, and this will be absolutely amazing for the stock. And this can push the stock further over $500. If you're interested into the quarter earnings of car companies, then you might know that this is the strongest quarter ever for those companies, okay? I don't know about Daimler and BMW on all of this, traditional companies, but Tesla will have a badass quarter Q4, okay? Guaranteed, guys, guaranteed. There will be a huge push and pressure for the team to achieve the 500,000 produced cars, okay? And I hope that most of it will be also delivered to clients, because towards the end of the year, they're always, doing this kind of events where they say, come to the center, come to the factory, just, get your car directly from the factory, and you don't have to wait on your car anymore, which, is a win-win situation, because Tesla want to give cars in the hand of their new owners, because then they get paid. And on the other side, you are having the owners that really want to get their new car first and as soon as possible. So it's a win-win situation. It was a great event last year in the Q4, and I think this year will be even better, because not only you have this at the US factory, but also in the China factory. So I think, all in all, something like this will happen again. And I think that, all of this upsale, this upgrades of the gigafactories will be really visible in the Q4, because all of the factories will be run on high output. As more cars, it's better. And we have seen, some strategic moves by Tesla that, will really benefit towards the end of the year. Moreover, we will have some incentives by governments to buy an electric car, and then mostly it's Tesla. But however, I think that this is very interesting to see if they can really deliver and produce more than 190,000 cars. This is the number that they need to crack the 500,000 vehicles. Now I'm coming to a final point where I think many people don't understand it, because innovators are thriving through crises. How? Okay, let me explain. When the government's putting together aid packages, right, for economies, then you are seeing that they are giving things like, incentives to push electric car manufacturers, right, to give those new technologies a chance to benefit, because if the government giving, taxpayer money, you can imagine that they want to have the best out of it. So the taxpayer don't want to see that, it's going into, the internal combustion engine automotive car industry, but rather into the new industries. So a smart move from the smart money, right? And this is something that we see quite significantly. You remember this graphic where Tesla made 24% more sales, while other car manufacturers are actually, really are dying from their main business? Well, this is exactly the point. This is exactly how those innovators are thriving. This actually happens also for the companies like Beyond Meat, right? They're already in the future, and then, comes a health crisis which affect the usual meat manufacturing facilities, and obviously, people would like, to go and eat the fake healthy meat, okay? So as you can see, it's a very important point, which is super important to push the stock even further. And I think, $500 mark is nothing for Tesla. Now, the question is how you can benefit from that. Obviously, I think that you should mainly invest into stocks, okay, by Tesla. And on the other side, but also think about, okay, I always say, if you want to play with options to leverage something, then maybe, choose something more into the future, like maybe the expiry date of those options by mid of 2021, and you know, the price of the option maybe $500. But I always say it should be maximum 10% of your stock investing. Okay, so let's say you are putting $100,000 into Tesla stock, then you can put up to 10%, so up to $10,000 into options. Other than that, you know, it's too risky. Options can be very, very difficult, so please stay away. If you're a beginner, invest into the stock, then you don't have to worry if it's going up or down. If it's going down, you just buy more stock, for example, or you just wait, right? It's long-term investing, long-term perspective. In options, it's not the case. You can lose all of your money. So stay tuned, and thumb up if you liked it. I love you all out there, and you know, I see you obviously every single day on this channel.